Raleigh's a special place. It's strategic between DC, not that far from New York, and not that far from Atlanta. And you know, the subway at that time was so unique because the 25-year-old somethings to the 35-year-old somethings invented what they wanted. Back then, we didn't have something like this. And we picked the music, we picked the style, we picked the venue. We'd just come off Woodstock, we'd just come off Love Valley. We were looking for music. We wanted to identify with that. And music was looking for us.
It was great. The crowds here were always, every place here was packed just about every night of the week. And you know, we could play here, we could do a show here, and then just walk across the alley and hear another band while we were taking a break. And it was always just full of people going from one club to the next. Just always a good time here.
The subway was magical. It was just, there was something magic about it. Any place can have a band, any place can have, you know, music or food or whatever, but there was it was more than the sum of its parts. It was just a magical feeling you got when you were in the subway. It seems like everybody was your best friends. You just wandered around, you know, from one good band to another if you wanted to, because you could afford it. It was only $2 to get in anywhere.
Yeah, my great moment was spending the birthday with Muddy Waters, his 60th birthday here at the Pier. That was that's my favorite story of all times in the music business.
And the Pier was a little bit more eclectic. But the night of the John Lennon tribute, we took all the tables and chairs out into this hallway out here. The capacity of the Pier was only 360 people. And we had well over 550, 600 people that night with all the tables. But every band from the Switch crowd and all the locals, Lukey Owens and Revolver came up from Greenville, the Knobs, Arrogance, Super Great Cowboy, Nantucket, and just every band that was anybody. We had about 12 bands that night. Well, one of the more polite ones was, if you're not with the bar, the band, or the Beatles, it's time to bolt.
It was the only place to be. There weren't any other clubs around. I think we were trying to compete with the Atlanta Underground, which we did very well, but there was no other place on the East Coast really, even Atlanta Underground, where you could walk into some place and within 50 feet go to 6 or 7 major clubs and have a different act in each club.
We had a love connection here. It was a family. It was a connection back then, and people remember the Pier. And we're all sharing our stories, and we're saying if we could have a place like we had back in the 70s, we'd still be here, whether we're 50, 60, 70, or 80.
Love Language is the perfect band for this event coming up April 25th. If they existed when the Village Underground, the Subway, the Pier, the Frog, and the Nightgown actually existed, they would have packed them in every night.
I am very excited to see the Love Language. They have a really cool sound, and I think that they represent what this place was very well. It's just really cool.
Once you experience the underground, you fall in love with music, and I'm telling you, Love Language, they're going to rock it. I can't wait till April 25th. They're really perfect, so everybody should come out. Learn about the Pier, learn about Love Language, and have a great time at Cameron Village. Who doesn't love Cameron Village?